I hope you are enjoying our demo sessions. This is our last demo and this demo is related to the lessons that we have learned so far the JDBC concept is concerned. Now, in today's demo we basically going to cover about that not exactly connecting to the SQL server on console, rather program to program only. So, that from the Java application itself how can issue different SQL commands and the commands can be sent to the server, server will execute the command and then the server will return the results and all the results will be processed from the application itself. So, everything is basically included in the application only, we will not go out from the application. Now, so far this thing is concerned, we will see exactly how the different statements can be executed and then they can be fired to the server. And you know exactly as a process, their first step that you have to consider is that you have to first create 3 objects. One is the connection objects, the statement object and then result set objects. So, we have already learned about how the connection objects can be created and then from your application how the connection can be established to a server through JDBC driver. And then we have also learned about in our last session that how the JDBC driver can be used to have the communication, that means from application to the server some request can be issued. Today we will discuss, now we are going to discuss about the program, the statement execution of the different SQL statements and then getting the results and processing the results in the application environment itself. Now, we are going to discuss about how the execution of a select statement can be done and after the select statement, as you know, it will return a set of records, how all those records can be processed from the application itself, for example, display on the screen only. So far the processing is concerned, we will consider simple processing. In the first example, we will consider the data will be fetched from the server and the data some calculation, for example, average calculation of all the records will be calculated like this one. And then we will discuss about how the table can be created and then after the creation of successful table from the program itself we will be able to confirm ourselves that the table has been created successfully. And then we will see exactly how the insert command can be executed and after the completion of the insert command execution we can ensure ourselves that insert of data is successfully achieved and then finally, we repeat for the same other commands like update, delete, drop table etc. So, let us proceed for the demonstration. The first program that we are going to demo is basically how the select statement can be executed. For these things we assume that there is already a table available in the database. We have already created a table for the purpose of this demo. The name of the table is Java course old. Now, as a so this is the table that it is there already stored in the MySQL server and we just apply the operation select statement on this, for example, select star from Java course old. So, basically it will execute this statement and then on the successful execution it will produce the result. Those results will be fetched to the application and from the application we will be able to process it. Now, here is the program, let us see as we see the program here. So, few statements as you know which are obvious like how to establish the connection. So, as you see this is basically regarding the connecting to the server. So, as you see these are the connection is there and then finally, in this statement we are executing the statement as you see the statement that we are going to execute select star from Java course old. So, from this table it will be there. Now, if this command is executed then this will basically produce the result. So, get result set will receive the result of the statement object and then it will be stored in another object called the RS. So, RS is the result set object is there. So, mainly 3 objects as I have already told you involved connection object, statement object and result sets. We have already familiar in our last 2 demonstration we have discussed about it. Now, we are going to process these RS objects. Now, you know, while RS dot next is basically return a Boolean value. So, it will basically RS object contains a set of records that will basically receive. So, all the records it is there, that means all rows we can say. Now, say RS dot next is basically till the end of the rows it will process. So, initially the rows and number of rows is not empty actually. So, it will the first row. So, it RS dot next is true actually. So, as it is true it will go to this one. So, RS dot get string is basically for the record in the Java course old there is a one field called name, then another is called roll and marks and grade. So, for the current record the field value which has the field name will be obtained and it basically read as a string. So, Java always read initially as a string and then we can convert into the other form that is as per our requirement. So, it basically read the string for the field name the value and we store is at a string. So, similarly, name string, roll string, mark string, grade strings are the 4 different field values for a record, namely name, roll, marks and grade. And then we convert all the values. For example, we are our objective is that okay, once you read the marks we have to calculate the total marks, sum of all the marks for all the records and then finally divide by the total number of records and then average will be calculated. So, this basically process is basically total marks initially 0 and then integer dot parse in marks string because it is initially as a string and with this conversion we can convert the integer value and then total marks will be added. So, this basically reach a record each time and then read the add the value marks value to the total marks and finally, the total of all marks will be obtained here and here actually next is that. So, system dot out dot println name string, roll string and then marks is basically printed here. So, mark string is there and then next is basically RS dot last means is basically when you reach to the last object. So, RS dot last is basically there and then number of students is basically can be obtained from the RS object itself by calling the method get row method. So, RS dot get row. So, it basically says the total number of records that we have read it. So, total marks divided by this total number of records it basically gives you the average calculation. As you see the average calculation is the average is basically calculated here and then we print this average and the rest of the thing is for the try catch block and everything. This is the customary try catch block you have to maintain and so that the program can be executed in a reliable and robust manner. So, this basically tell you that how the result set object can be processed. So, in this session we will mainly emphasize of the processing of the result set that the or alternatively the all results that will obtain after the execution of a SQL statement from the application itself. Okay. So, this is the demonstration, hope you have you are able to understand it. Our next demonstration is little bit simpler. We will see exactly how the different other SQL type of statement. We will consider only execution of basic SQL statements and this will be enough for the for the learning purpose only. So, in this case we will consider one table already available. Now, we will consider the create table, right. So, okay, we are going to consider how a new table can be created and then. So, we first see from the application itself we will exactly check that what are the different tables are available there in the database server. So, in that case we have to issue the command show tables and then once the table is there we can create a new table. So, we just create a new table, the name of the new table may be say Java course and then after creating a new table we will again see the confirmation about that new table has been created successfully. So, these are the steps that we will follow one by one, but from the Java application itself. Okay. So, here is the program as you see, go little bit. Okay. So, first few part of the program, yeah. So, first few part of the program is obvious, is basically connecting to the server using JDBC. So, loading JDBC, connecting, all these things are there And then next is, you see, this is the statement that we are going to execute show table command. Now, so the result set will be obtained, basically show table will see you all the tables those are there in the current active database, in this case maybe test database. So, RS will basically get the result sets includes all the tables those are there in the database right now. Now, the prompt is that results before creating the table, and here is basically processing the RS objects, is basically doing nothing, is basically getting each table name from the result sets and printing it on the screen, that is all. So, it will basically do these things, and then after the next thing we execute another statement, create table Java course, and as you know, this is the full syntax about how to create a table or new table in fact, and add into the database. So, it is a statement execute, and after this create a new table is created, the show table, it is basically same the previous code, right. After getting all the tables, right, it will basically display all the tables. So, this is the part that okay, it will show table before the creating, and then create a new table, and after the creation it will show again all the tables. Now, we will see the results that can be obtained from the Java application itself. As you see here, from the Java application we are able to see it. Now, if we run this program, the execution will flow look like this. So, this is the program, and then okay, so we just table name is a Java course. Okay, so, this basically shows initially only one table is present there called the Java course old. Now, results after creating the table, as you see after creating the table. So, we run this code again after creating the table, it basically shows that Java course old is there, and then Java course table is there. So, two tables are here, Java course old the previous and then new one it is there, and then it basically this is the output actually as you see here. So, the statements have been executed. After the execution we can see the results, and that results also through the JDBC itself. Now, let us come to the next one, another example where we can see exactly how we can insert a record into an already existing table. We will consider inserting record into the table say Java course old. First we show before execution what is the content in the table, and then we will again issue the insert statement, and then after the insert statement the current data that is there. Now, here is the code, here is the obvious course for creating a connection and then loading the JDBC driver, and then here is basically we creating the statement objects, and this is the first statement that we are going to create is that statement start from Java course. That means, before inserting what is the content it is there, the result sets, and this result set will basically display whatever the records that it returns to us, and we will see exactly before inserting a data what are the different records are there. And then next we fire few statements regarding inserting one record at a time. So, here is the inserting first record, then second record, third record and fourth record. So, if the table is empty, then it will show only these 4 records. If table contains already data, so then all these 4 newly inserted record will be added after the existing data, and then this statement execute select star from Java course, basically same is basically select all the records and get it, the result set will receive it, and then finally the result set will, here is a while loop, the result set will be processed, and then result set will be processed and it will display all the records that we have received it. So, this is the program. Now, let us come to the execution of this program, so that you can understand how it is working. So, insert record here, as we see here results before insert. So, this basically the table does not contain any record. So, it basically empty, then result after insert, as you see this is the record, first record we have inserted, this is the second record, third record and fourth record. So, the results have been received and then they have been displayed on the screen. That means, we can confirm that the results are now available from at the application end itself. So, this is the example, that is the insert. Opposite to the insert, okay, our next example is update example. So, we will just going to update a particular record, as it is obvious there, we will execute the command that okay, what are the records are there, and then we will update a record, and then after the updation we will see whether updation is reflected or not. So, we will receive the results after the updation and we will display the updated record on the screen. So, this is the program flow, and here is basically creating the connection and then executing the statement that what are the records are there. So, the before updation, and then it basically show all the reports, and here is the command by which we execute the update. Here we see update Java course set name Devashish, where name is Devashish. So, if there is any record whose value is basically Devashish as a name field, and it will basically change into this form. So, this is the next and this is the previous one. So, it is the updation is there, only one value of a record will be updated here. If there are many records containing the same thing, all records in fact will be updated by this command, because it will update, it will scan entire database tables, and then finally, whichever the condition is matched, it will basically apply to this one, bind to that records, and then do it, and then fine. And our next step is basically we are going to again execute that okay, select command, as we see here, select command, select star from Java course. It basically after the updation it will receive the results, and then all the results are displayed on the screen, and then these are the necessary try catch formalities. Now, let us have the execution of this program. It is called the update record. This is the name of the program that we have given. We are running this program update record, right, and this will show the records before the updation. Now, here is the total output of the execution. Here you see, yeah. So, here as you see start from here. So, this is the output started from the screen here after executing the update record. So, results before update, as you see Devashish, Nilanjan, Tohit, Priyabrata, 4 records are there. Now, we have executed the update command, then results after update command, as you see initially Devashish has been updated Devashish, and it is only applicable to this record. So, it is only one updation is there, and then the result is there. So, now we can understand that. So, everything is possible from your program itself, right, and then all the SQL statement, either execution, then after getting result, after the result is available, processing all those results from the one point of node only. Now, our next example, this is the example, okay, so for the delete is command. So, that whether delete command can be also successfully executed or not. So, first in the same manner we will first see all the tables contents first records, and then we will issue a delete command, and after the delete command we will exactly see the results. So, here is the program flow, creating the connection, then we execute the first statement select star from Java course is basically receive all the records and then display all the results on the screen after the execution of the statement. Then we execute the delete command, delete from Java course where marks less than 66. If there are any records or there is a record whose value of the field marks is less than 66, will be deleted from the record. And after the execution of this statement, we will be able to again see the records after the deletion. So, we have to issue another command select star from Java course, it will get all the results, and then the result will be printed on the screen. The result will be printed on the screen, and then rest of the program is basically try catch. Now, let us run this program. This program is delete record, and this is the execution results, return results. As we see delete record is executed here. So, results before delete, okay, result before delete anyway. So, there is a mistakes there in the program itself is updated anyway. So, you read that as a delete, and then these are the 4 records as you see, results after deletion. As you see here actually the marks is 75, 85, 65, 78. So, if the execution is correct, then the third record should be deleted from the table. As you see, the first record is there, second record is there, fourth record is there, and third record is no more. So, it has been deleted. So, we have learned about how the result set object is there. Now, so far the JDBC programming is concerned, there are few steps that we have learned about, and all the steps that we have done it, and then also the sufficient demonstration we have given, starting from how the MySQL server can be installed, and then how the MySQL server can be used using the console based MySQL server accessing, then connection to the server using the JDBC, and how the JDBC driver also can be downloaded and it can be archived, and then the command can be executed, and then we can, after the execution of command, how the results can be obtained or received into the program, and the program can process these things. So, this is the demo about our last third part of the demo. So far the JDBC is concerned, and this is the end of our demonstration session as well as all the demonstration. In this course we have covered around 22 demonstration, and then other around 28 lecture slides in other. So, basically almost 50% demonstration followed by the 50% theoretical discussion, so that all the theoretically learned concept can be complemented through the demonstration. I hope you have enjoyed the course and the demonstration. In our next section, we will discuss about some Java projects. That projects can be handled by you as a single team member or as a jointly with many team people involved. Now, we will discuss the projects, and then we will basically see exactly how far you have learned, and then whether we can solve any real life application sort of things in this. Okay, thank you very much.